I'm Perry and I live on a narrowboat. I camp in a transit van that I've recently converted myself and called Tilly Teacup. I have an allotment that I'm not very good at. I weave and do other crafts and have recently become a wedding celebrant. And this is my life in a teacup. Good morning, peeps. Well, it's been a while. I always say that. I think I've said before, I try and do these weekly, but yeah, you don't want to listen to me every week, do you? And not only that, if there's nothing to say, I can't really sort of see the point. And to be honest, there isn't a great deal of news. As you know, I've moved. I've been on this mooring. How long have I been on my mooring now? 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks Friday. Just gone. Oh my God, oh, sorry. There's a little squirrel. He's gone now, but he was literally sitting up by my window like that. And that's a shame. I could have shown you. Oh, he's still there. How lovely. Anyways, so I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea and I'll be back. So bear with. That's better. And with my cup of tea. So like I said, just over 2 weeks now I've been on my new mooring, and you know what, my new neighbours, they've been so wonderful. They've been really friendly and accepting, and you know, if one passed me that I haven't met before, they've introduced themselves to me. And already, look at this, I love this. Only people of a certain age will know about this. Boaters do this a lot. There's places where the bins are, for example, on the canals, you know, for boaters' rubbish. I mean, landlubbers use them as well, and they shouldn't, but anyway, it's for the boaters. Whether you're a holiday boater, a liveaboard, you know, continuous cruise or whatever, it's bins that are at certain points along the canal, you know, the big bins for boaters. And there's like an unwritten rule that if you're throwing something away, you don't put it in the bin, you put it by the side of the bin. I mean, my log basket, I found at a bin. It was put by the side of the bin by another boater. There is nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I gave it a good check over. There's no creepy crawlies in it. It wasn't dirty or anything. So I took that, and I've put things out before. So one of my neighbours was going to do the same thing, but he said to me, would I like a companion set? I'd not heard that term for bloody years, honestly. Now, those, like I said, of a certain age will know what a companion set is. And if you don't know, it's this. There you go. So it's a little shovel, a poker, a little brush, and a tongs. And I like these little tongs because they have like little hands on to grab the coal and the logs. Do you see? So, like I said, some people will know what it is. I'll just put it back down here. And some people won't. And normally, if you've got a fireplace or a log burner or something, they sit on the hearth, but you know, and you use them to sort of shovel and sweep up and all that sort of stuff. But it looks really cute, and his name is Phil. And he said to me, would I like it, before he either threw it away or put it by the bins. And I thought, no, that'll look really cute by my log burner. So I thought that was really sweet. So that was a nice introduction from him. And like I said, they've all been really friendly and offered lots of help if I need it. We've got people of lots of different ages here. There's people a lot younger than me. And I think there might be one or two about my age. But yeah, so I think I'm going to feel rather at home. Now, I did say to you that I'd take you exploring with me, but whilst I have been out and explored, I've not explored properly. So I've just been sort of driving around and finding my way to the local bakery and the local garage and all of that. So whilst it was very pretty, I need to do a proper little tour where I've got the camera on the dashboard and you can see where I'm going. The one thing that I have managed to put out, I don't know if you ever saw it at the other one. Let me show you, hang on a minute. I have to turn the camera around, so I'll stop and come back. So the statue that you see was carved by my sister, and the silver thing to the right is my anchor. And I'm back again. Okay, so that statue, I'm pointing that because it's out the window that way. That statue was hand carved. I don't know if it's limestone, I'm not sure what it was carved out of, but it's a carving of a Mayan warrior god, which is from South America somewhere. I think it's called I want to say Tallulah, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've got some paperwork somewhere. I must dig it out actually and sort of look up on the history of it. But when she carved it, she downloaded some pictures of said statue to sort of copy from. But yeah, so she carved that herself. Now, she sadly died in the year 2000. And she had that statue, and there's another one which I've got sort of lying on the roof of the boat at the moment, and a couple of others that I gave away to like family members. And that thing weighs a ton weight. It comes in 3 pieces. So the crown comes off, there's the body, which is obviously the heaviest, and then there's the feet. But I'm trying to think, it's got to be about 15 to 20 kilos, just that. It might even be more. I'm thinking of carrying a gas bottle, which is 13 kilos, or a bag of coal, which is 20. No, I'd say it's heavier, maybe 25, 30. Anyway, bloody heavy. And I have carried that from her land, where she lived, to my home at the time. And I've had probably about 3 or 4 different addresses on land since that time, and it came with me. Then obviously 10 years ago I bought the boat, and it sat in the back of my van for, not the van I've got now, another one, for probably a year, just lay in the back of the van because I didn't know what to do with it once I'd got on board. And then I decided to put it into storage, and then I took it out of storage and put it on the bank behind me where I was moored in a marina at that time. And then I left the marina and went to the last mooring that you know, with all the sunsets and everything. And of course now to this mooring, and it's come I have dragged that thing around for 25 years. I can't let it go. First of all, I can't let it go. We've talked about this before. And also, who'd want it? I mean, who would want it? And I'm not going to throw it away. I mean, I couldn't. So, oh, there's me lifting it and struggling with it to get it on and off the boat. But yeah, so that's my little statue. And I suppose I look at it like a little talisman. She, you know, she's looking after me. Yeah, because it looks at me all day long. A bit creepy, really, but never mind. So, yeah, the mooring has been lovely. I feel really happy here. Like I said before, the bakery, I've got to stay away from the bakery because A, I spend too much money, and B, the stuff is so lovely. But I do go there and buy my sourdough bread because I do like sourdough bread. So I go like once a week or something and then go up there and get bread. I've discovered a few other little places. Oh, yesterday was funny. In the new year, I want to do some vintage fairs, as you've seen before what I've done. So I want to do some vintage fairs, and I also want to collab with somebody where I can do some workshops. Now, there is a place here called Earlswood Lakes, and by there is a craft centre. And I've approached one of the retailers that are in the craft centre to see, I've been to the shop, and they've got a room where they hold wreath making courses and things at certain times of the year. And I've approached them and asked, could I rent the space out to hold workshops, my craft workshops? And they were very sort of, you know, accommodating and said, look, let's talk in the new year. Obviously Christmas is coming and they're going to be really busy. Let's talk in the new year. And it was definitely a possibility. No, that's not right. Is it definitely a possibility? It's either definitely or it's a possibility, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so I'm sort of looking forward to that, but also looking forward to sort of seeking out some places where I can go for vintage fairs. Now, I found one yesterday in a place called Arden Hall. And I thought, right, okay. Well, I found it in the week and I thought, right, I'll get up on Saturday morning and I'll go. It was about 45 minutes away by car in my van from here. So there's me thinking, and there's nothing wrong with the outcome of this at all, but I just think it's quite funny because the area around here, there's like Hampton in Arden, Henley in Arden, Tanworth in Arden, and when I saw Arden Hall, well, it was a poster for Arden Hall, I thought, that's maybe it's a bit of like a National Trust place or a little stately home or something like that. Oh, that should be nice. So I drive 40 minutes. Find Arden Hall, and I'm thinking this can't be right. And it was a community centre, I suppose, in the middle of a housing estate. No, I'm not, please, nothing wrong with that at all. But because in my mind I have this big stately home or whatever, Arden Hall, When I pulled up, I thought, oh my God, not only that, I got the wrong bloody day. It's today. I mean, I'm not going back. So I had to drive all the way back again for nothing. But again, in doing that, I did discover some other little roads and places that I'd passed, and beautiful big houses, and you know, it's like National Trust Place and things like that. So yeah, it wasn't a wasted journey, because it was nice to venture out to a different area. But I just thought it was so funny. The funniest thing was I'd got the wrong day. Anyway, so that's the sort of thing I'm going to do for the future. And while I was driving along, now, what I'm going to say is just my thoughts. Construction workers. We could not be without them, because without a construction worker, from literally the ground level up to whatever they do, whether they're the crane driver, whether they're the labourer, the brickie, you know, whatever, cement mixers and all those sort of things that construction workers do, we could not be without them. But, and I think this is a phenomenon, I really do, and I'm sure some of you will feel the same thing. On the journey yesterday, I passed a couple of places where they're building, either extending a motorway, or they're building an extra, you know, they're sort of building a link motorway to another motorway. So I'm driving around and I'm thinking, and I know it was Saturday, and they may not have been working on that Saturday, but they generally work sort of rotate 7 days a week. And I was sat at a set of traffic lights at one of these, and I'm thinking, how does it ever get finished? Because obviously 1 minute they're digging the holes and doing, and the next minute like that, it's done. And yet, whenever you're there in your car, waiting at traffic lights or just passing by, you never see anybody actually working. Now, construction workers, I know you do. I just think it's a bit of a phenomenon. And I'm sure other people will feel the same as I do, that it's like roadworks. You pull up to a set of roadworks and you think, well, where are they? And the next time you go, it's done. Now, I know on motorways, they probably do the work at night, I guess, when it's, you know, it's less traffic or whatever. Oh, the sun's coming in a bit. Yeah, it's less traffic. But I just think it's amazing. It's magic. It really is magic, because you never see anybody doing anything, or they're on site, but they're either huddled in a group, obviously discussing work, or they're, you know, I don't know, waiting to do something. I don't know, but I do think it's amazing that you never see them actually doing it. And next thing you know, there's a fabulous, I don't know, you know, motorway or a fabulous structure or something that every single one of them has worked hard to do. So yeah, to the construction workers who do things by magic, I love it. Cheers. I know this is a little bit old news now, because obviously we're sort of 2 weeks down the line, but I'll post some pictures alongside this of the beautiful scenery I woke up to. I think it was either the second or third day, when it had been snowing in this area. I think a lot of the country had a little bit of snow, but it was beautiful. So I shall put some pictures alongside this and sort of say goodbye. Not a lot to say, really. I hope I haven't nattered on too long. I'll definitely take you on some journeys when I do them later. But see you in a week or so. Hope everybody's well. Wish you a good week to come. All the best. Bye. A couple of days onto my new mooring, and this is what greeted me. See you soon.